Hello everybody, welcome to Jeff's Computer Service on YouTube. I'm going to be showing you guys today how to install Proxmox on Hyper-V Manager. It's mostly a simple step. It's not really that difficult once you see how it is. This is basically me trying to simplify everything. So let's just get started. First, we just go to Hyper-V Manager. Just open it up. If you don't have Hyper-V Manager, I have another video on how you can install Hyper-V Manager on your system. It's a pretty simple process. So right now, automatically the service is already started. In this case, it's going to be the name of your computer, your host name. So just right click it, click on new, virtual machine. Everything's mostly is going to be default unless if you have other configurations, you can change that as well. So let's just give it a name and let's just keep it simple. Let's give it with Proxmox Server VM. Let's just keep Proxmox Server, it's better. Just keep this default and don't change anything. Yeah, we can keep that default as well. Here, we're just gonna change it so we already have it enabled the Wi-Fi or the external if you're on cable. So here we're just gonna set up a new virtual hard disk, and this is just a testing purposes. Let's just keep it small. Let's do 50. Now we're gonna click install an operating system from a bootable CD DVD-ROM. In our case, ISO image. Now let's just find it on desktop. If I'm not mistaken, desktop. Okay, wait, here it is. Open it up. Click next, and we're done on this part. Now once that's done, we're just gonna turn the machine on. Double click that. Click on start. Wait for it to load up, and there it is. Now just click enter the graphical, unless you want to use terminal, but we're gonna use graphical so it's more simple. Click next. Now we just wait for this to load everything up. It is gonna give us an error that we need to turn on nested virtualization. So once this is done, we're gonna turn off the machine and turn it back on again, and you'll see the error that I mean in a few seconds. Now just wait for this to finish. It's gonna pop up. Here it is. No support for hardware accelerated KVM virtualization detected. Check BIOS for Intel, BT, or AMD. In our case, this is an AMD. So what we need to do is just click OK. Just shut the machine off. Do have here the command. This is going to be a description. So you're going to use this command on PowerShell. Just open up your PowerShell. Now the only thing difference is going to be changed here is the name that you set up. In our case, the name we set up was Proxmox Server. So we're going to type that exactly how it looks like there. You're going to put these little dots exactly how it is. Once we do it like that, it should give us a pop-up. No error should pop up. Just continue and that's it. There. Now we turn it on again. We're here again. Now once we load this part again, it should not give us the error. That error is due to that if you install the machine with that error, you can still install it and have no issues at all. But once you try to run a VM inside of Proxmox, it's not gonna start because it doesn't have virtualization turned on. In this case, we're just turning it on so we don't get that error. So as you can see, there's no error. Now let's just continue with the installer. This is pretty basic. Read this or just skip ahead. Pick the disk that you want to choose. In this case, I just made one, so next again. Oh, my country. You can pick anything you want, really. Let's just leave it like that. Password. This will be your root password. Do not forget it, because without this you cannot enter unless you make another account. Then we're gonna have to do this all over again. Oops, I mistyped that. Email, well, you can keep this invalid for now. I'm not gonna use one, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. Okay, so pick up this IP. So this IP is gonna be static. It's not gonna change. So we can change it to whatever you want, really. So this pick 90. Everything else can be set on default. If you want to change it to your preference. In our case, our management just have one. So we can just keep all that default. But I'm gonna just change this. The host name. Again, this is mostly preference. But we can just let's keep it simple then. PV. Let's do test. The local. And next. And install. Once that's done installing, you can just go here to media and eject it once it's done. You'll get a pop-up saying the IP address of the machine that is going to load up the web interface with the port number. In this case, it's going to be default. If I'm not mistaken, it would be 8006. You're going to see it in the screen in a few seconds once this is done loading. Boot here, the new screen. Let's just give it a few more seconds. It's gonna be right here. And there it is. That's the port we gotta go in. So let's just eject this so it can launch again. Once this is finished, it's gonna launch again. It's gonna just do. I'm sorry. It's gonna say the IP address. Okay, I'm gonna have to reboot it again. So let's just turn it off. Oops. Or is it shut down? Yep. And there. Now wait for this to load. And there it is. There's your web browser interface login. 192.168.0.90 in my case, port number 8006. So the login would be in this case root, and the password you put is not gonna show the password or anything because that's mostly for security. So it's gonna be like if you're not typing anything, but in reality you are typing something. And there it is. So now that's done. We can just close this out. It's gonna keep running in the background. So now let's just go to your preferred browser and just put in there 192 in my case. Oops. Let's just say .0.90 port 8006. And there it is. You're gonna get this message. You can ignore it because this is just normal. Advance, proceed, and there it is. Now for the login, same thing. It would be the root, the password you set up, and you can save the username in case you forget. Really more of your preference. And log in. If you have no subscription, that's okay. This is always gonna pop up. And there it is. This is it. Now up to create a VM. So let's just create a VM right now. So in our case, well, in everybody's case, is a data center. You go to your local, go to your ISO, you upload one. You're gonna find it from your browser. In my case, it's gonna be in. No, it's gonna be right about not there. Let's just do Windows 7 for example. We're gonna wait for that to load up. go, it's already loaded up. This is Windows UC status OK. Let's give it a few more seconds. You can see here it's loading. Task OK. There it is. There's the ISO. Now let's actually make the VM. You just click Create VM. Give it a name. Let's keep it simple. Windows 7. Now click OS, or you can click on Next. Now you find the ISO that you just uploaded. In this case, this one. Now the type Windows. In our case, it's a 7, so this one. Now the system. We can keep all this fold. We can give it a size. Let's give it like a short size. Let's give it like 15. Let's give it 2 cores. It's not really that power savvy. 2 gigs. That's enough. Let's give it internet. That works. Confirm. Yeah, and let's click next to finish it. And it's gonna appear right here. BNID is 100. And let's give it a few seconds. Once we see the name, okay, there it is. So you can click on console from here. You can see it from here. Start it up, or a web browser here, and start up. Success. Now it's just gonna boot up. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, there we go. Next, install now. This is just gonna bring back memories, nostalgia memories for everybody who uses Windows 7. There we go. Click the prefer system that you want. I'm just gonna click Pro. Next, yeah, the set custom. Here we go, 15 gigs. That's what we set up. Click next, and let's just wait that to finish. Okay, there it is. Let's just restart that now. And there it is. It's booting up. Now let's just wait for that to finish. Okay, it's almost done now. There we go. Let's keep it simple for testing. Test PC. Give it a name. No, let's just keep it like that. Password. No password. Skip. Now this is an issue that I saw online in the Proxmox community, that a lot of people have not been able to connect internet on their VMs directly from Proxmox as a virtual machine. So there's one way to enable internet for anybody that doesn't know, hasn't found anything online in the community. So let's just wait for this to finish, because I'm pretty sure the internet is not going to be working because I don't have the setting enabled in Hyper-V. So let's just wait to see if it actually has internet. Okay, there it is, finally loaded up. Now everything is working. Documents, everything. Computer, small drive. But the only thing that's not working is the internet. Now there's the main reason for this is what is happening here is it's not connected to the DHCP server. Once we run what server is getting, as you can see, it says 169.254.44.239. So it's not getting a IP address from your router. So the way to enable this, you need to enable MAC address spoofing on your Hyper-V. So all that we need to do is just we're gonna turn everything off, and we're gonna enable it again. So close this, shut off the computer. Let's just close this. There we go. Close everything else. And now we're gonna go back to Hyper-V. Now we're gonna go and shut off the VM as well, the server. Just wait for that to finish. Okay. So you go to your Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, your network adapter. You right-click. You left-click here on the plus hardware acceleration. Advanced features. To here, you're gonna enable MAC address spoofing. Once you enable this, click apply, and that's it. You can keep this all the same dynamic. Click OK. Now we're going to turn back on the machine. Once we have that enabled, that's going to give us internet on the VM that we made on Proxmox. That's one way to put it to give it internet for anybody that's having an issue that wants to try this for testing or anything else. So it's already up. Perfect. Close this. Let's open back our preferred browser. Now let's go back to the Proxmox. And enter your password. Okay. Windows. Let's boot up. Let's boot it up again. Now I should log in automatically since I didn't put any password. Okay. Now we should see right here that it should give us the message of home. There it is. Click OK. Now there's no warning. Just wait for that to finish. And it's done. If you open back CMD, just double check, IP config, and you see there, it has now picked up a IP address runner router. So now we have internet inside of the VM. Might not be outdated, but so it doesn't want to. Okay, ask me later. Okay, there we go. Took a while, but it works. It's not gonna load anything because Internet Explorer is not working. Now we're gonna use Edge. But yeah, I hope So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Any confusions, just give me a message or on the comments, and I'll read them out. Have a good one.